Can you really replace two of your kitchen gadgets with one that does a better job than both of them combined? This is the Ninja Foodi 2-in-1 blender and mixer. It's a hand whisk and an immersion blender in one. Have Ninja done it again and come up with another kitchen essential, or are you actually better off buying two cheaper products? At the heart of this machine is an 850 watt power base, which transforms to a hand mixer or blender by swapping the attachments. That wattage is a pretty impressive number when you compare it to the competition, and so it's natural to think that what you're buying is really powerful and will get the job done really quickly. But is it? When you're using this tool as an immersion mixer, there are 2 blending speeds, and when you're using it as a hand mixer, there are 5 mixing speeds, plus a turbo option with both, which gives you maximum power in short bursts. I tested it out as a hand mixer side by side with my old one to see how quickly it could turn 2 egg whites to soft peaks, and I didn't quite get the results that I was expecting. My ancient 150 watt Kenwood hand mixer did the job in 50 seconds, whilst the Ninja took 1 minute 10 seconds on maximum speed. The Ninja may say that it's 850 watts in the product description, but I tested both these hand mixers with a gadget that measures the power they use, and both the hand mixers only needed about 50 watts of power to whip those egg whites. Next, I tested the immersion attachment. Now, my old immersion blender died, which is why I bought the Ninja. So to give myself something to compare it to, I bought Amazon's bestseller, a £12 300 watt blender from an obscure Chinese manufacturer. Side by side, the build quality and finish of these two blenders felt miles apart, but which one actually did the job better? I made a big batch of soup, divided it in 2 and put the blenders to work, and discovered that both blended soup in about the same time using about the same amount of power. The Ninja peaked at 189 watts whilst the cheap blender peaked at 170. So what is that 850 watts of power thing all about? Well, in theory, it's the power that this gadget could use, if required, to mix and blend something very stiff, like, say, cookie dough. But I think many of us will only ever use an appliance like this for blending soup or for doing cake or pancake mixture. And so you need to consider how often you're likely to use a hand mixer to mix really stiff batter. Personally, I also have a stand mixer, and so I would do stiffer mixes in that. My hand mixer is more of a quick grab and go option. So both the blender and the mixer perform similarly to cheap alternatives when used in common applications. But how do they compare in other ways? Well, weight-wise, the Ninja is heavy. With the immersion attachment, it's just over 1 kilogram. With the hand mixer attachment, it's 1.2 kilograms. I compared that to the listed weight for the 10 best-selling hand mixers and blenders on Amazon, and you can see that the Ninja is heavier than average in both categories. So here's what I like about it. It feels really sturdy and well made, and it looks visually appealing, and the novelty and convenience of a gadget that does 2 jobs is a real bonus. The hand mixer will stand on the base if you need to pause while cooking, and there's a hands-free release button for the mixer attachments. It also has a generous 1.5 metre long power cable, which you don't always get on the cheaper alternatives. All the attachments are made of stainless steel and are safe to go on the top rack of your dishwasher. Now here's what I don't like so much about it. When you use the Ninja as a hand mixer, I found that the part of the mixer attachments that are inside the appliance can become very warm to the touch. So if you're in the habit of ejecting them to pass to a child so they can lick the cake mixture off the prongs, you do have to be careful, and I got a telling off from my 8-year-old when I handed warm prongs to her. The buttons on this hand mixer are also small, and you have to press them 4 times to move up to the highest speed, instead of sliding a button which does the movement in one go. You can use the turbo button to give you maximum power, but it's intended for short bursts, and so you have to keep your thumb on it to keep it working. So I've compared a top of the range product with ones that are a lot cheaper, and the one thing that I can't measure easily is longevity. The hope is that Ninja is a reliable brand that will last, and that's worth paying a premium for, but it's impossible to know for sure. And as for that big impressive wattage number, My advice is that a blender or mixer that's 200 or 300 watts will probably do the job for most people, and that means you could make quite a saving buying the two appliances separately. But of course, Ninja have this brilliant skill of creating these amazing looking products that we all want in our kitchen, and that is hard to resist. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to know more about Ninja appliances, my Ninja playlist is popping up right now.